To begin with, we will do certain corrections in the previous lecture. So there was a calculation mistake. This angle is not 36.87 degree. If you correctly calculate it, the alpha turns out to be 37.13 degree. So that is the mistake that you have to correct. And if I substitute that as 37.13 degree, then I get the magnitude of resultant as 73.22 Newton and not 0.6 Newton. So these are the corrections that you have to understand. And then I had asked you to solve this problem. The solution for that I am going to report here. The solution for this problem is you will get alpha equal to 76.13 degree. Mind you, q के दो values आते हैं because there is a quadratic in q. One value is minus 96.33 pounds and another value is 36.33 pounds. But q cannot be negative because you will understand that if q is negative, that means it has to be in this direction. So if it is in this direction, the resultant of two forces, one along a dash like this towards left and one along bb dash like down, cannot produce resultant in this quadrant. You will understand that, and therefore we have to neglect the value 96.33. The correct value is 336.33 pounds. If you substitute that value back here in this equation, you get alpha as 76.13 degrees. So this was about the last class. Now let us proceed. Deven, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So in this class, we are going to toss a new term that is called as resultant of a force system. So I am not going to theoretically define resultant. Instead of that, let us solve few problems and then we will characterize what do we mean by resultant. So now consider problem number 3. You have to find out resultant of the force system shown. So what you have to calculate, you have to calculate is resultant. Are you with me, Devin?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So resultant is to be found out. Now, just look at this force system and tell me where is the body. Devin.
At the center.
At the center? No. You have to say at the point of intersection of lines of actions of all the forces, there lies a body. Are you with me?
Okay.
So this black dot that I have shown is nothing but a body. We have idealized the body as a particle and we need to find out resultant of all these forces acting on this body. So how do we define resultant? So in this case, the crude definition of resultant is remove all the forces acting on a body and replace it by a single force which causes the same effect on the body as all other as the system of these forces were causing. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this definition is very similar to addition of forces. Do you agree with me? Addition of forces भी हमने ऐसे ही define किया था. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So I have to replace all these forces by a single force that produces same effect on the body, and in this particular case it mimics the definition of addition of forces. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now how do we add forces? So कैसे करना पड़ेगा अगर parallelogram law use करना है? So first of all I will have to consider two forces, let us say 100 Newton and 50 Newton, and then complete the parallelogram, find out their addition. Then you have to consider that addition and 40 Newton force, complete the parallelogram law, find out the new addition, then consider that new addition and 300 Newton, complete the parallelogram and find out the addition of all these forces. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
One of the way is this. Another way is corollary of parallelogram law, that is trapezoid law. So I encourage you to go in the literature or in good books and find out how do we apply trapezoid law graphically to find out resultant of such force system. Are you with me? We are not
Yes.
going to discuss that here. There is another way. I will resolve all these forces along two orthogonal directions which are already shown here, x and y. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
I will resolve all these forces along x and y directions. I will add up all the components in x direction. I will add up all the components in y direction. The addition of components in x direction, I am going to call it as x component of the resultant, that is Rx. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And addition of y component of all the forces, I am going to call it as y component of the resultant, and that is Ry. Happy?
Yes, sir.
From this Rx and Ry, I will take their sum to get the resultant. Happy?
Yes, sir.
चलो अब ये प्रोसेस हम फॉलो करते हैं. आई एम गोइंग टू फाइंड आउट द रिजल्टेंट. सो फर्स्ट थिंग आई एम गोइंग टू डू इज आई एम गोइंग टू फाइंड आउट x components of all the forces, and I am going to algebraically add them. That means I am going to add them with sign. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
To get Rx. So can you tell me what is the x component of this 100 Newton force? Bolo.
X cos theta.
100 cos theta.
100 cos theta.
Is that what you are saying? The answer is it is not correct, because I am asking you to find out x component. The angle is made between 100 Newton and y axis. So जिसके बीच में theta वो component cos theta. Its y component will have cos theta and its x component will have sin theta. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember that last time we have said जिसके बीच में theta वो component cos theta. बताओ 30 degree angle किसके बीच में है? 30 degree is the angle between y and this 100 Newton. So therefore its y component is going to be cos and x component is going to be sin. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
अब जरा यहाँ पे ध्यान दो. This 100 Newton force is seen something like this. When I find out its x and y component, what exactly I am trying to find out? I am trying to find out two forces in x and y direction such that their sum is this 100 Newton. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
तो देखो 100 न्यूटन का ये x कंपोनेंट है and this is y component. Happy?
Yes.
So x component is towards right and y component is down. Only then the addition of this x and y component is going to be in this direction. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So we know that 100 Newton's x component has positive sign because it is towards right. Towards right, x is positive as per the given diagram. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And its y component, however, is going to be negative because it is downwards and upwards is positive as per this diagram. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, let us write down x component of 100 Newton. Its sign is positive and its magnitude is 100 sine 30. Happy?
Yes, sir.
100 sine 30. Very good. I am going to give the sign as plus. Why? Because it is directed towards right. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Now let us look at this 50 Newton force. What is the x component of this 50 Newton force? Now you will see that this 50 Newton force, its angle made with either vertical or y axis or x axis is not given. Do you agree with me? Directly nahi diya hai.
Yes, sir.
But can you find out this angle theta? Dekho, if I call this angle as theta, can you evaluate theta? Tell me. What is given? 1.5 horizontal distance will correspond to 1 vertical distance. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So is it a right angle triangle? Bolo?
Yes.
So can I write theta is equal to tan inverse of 1 by 1.5?
Yes.
So tell me how much is tan inverse of 1 by 1.5?
1 second.
Bolo.
30 degree.
33
Pardon?
degrees.
How much?
33 degrees.
Degree.
Exactly.
33.69.
So that you cannot drop. You have to at least be accurate up to 2 digits after the decimal. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore theta is equal to how much? 33.
69.
Okay, 1 minute. Theta is equal to 33.69 degree. Happy?
Yes, sir.
इसमें कोई mistake मत करना, otherwise I will have to revise the answer in the next class. Can anyone else confirm whether it is correct?
Yes, sir.
So 33.69. Now, can you tell me what is the x component of this 50 Newton force?
50 cos 33.
Yes, because जिसके बीच में थीटा हॉरिजॉन्टल एंड फोर्स के बीच में थीटा है वो कंपोनेंट cos थीटा. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And now, as this is the first problem we are doing, I will show that 50 Newton force something like this here. This is how the 50 Newton force is. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So when I have to find out its x component and y component, what I have to do exactly? I have to find out two forces such that their addition is going to be this 50 Newton force. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So therefore this becomes x component and this becomes y component of that force. Now do you agree that x component is towards left?
Yes, sir.
Then only the addition will turn out to be like this. So therefore, if x component is towards left, what is the sign that I should give? Minus 50 cos of 33.69. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 33 point. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, can you please repeat how it came minus?
Yes. So this is the force, 50 Newton force. Are you able to see my cursor? अच्छा जिसने डाउट पूछा है
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
हाँ वो अनम्यूट रखो. So if you can see the cursor like this, तो देखो I have to resolve this 50 Newton along x and y. That means I have to find out two forces in x and y direction which add up to this 50 Newton. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
तो वही 50 न्यूटन फोर्स उसी इंक्लिनेशन से मैंने यहाँ पे दिखाया. दिस इज 50 न्यूटन फोर्स. हैप्पी?
Yes, sir.
This 50 Newton force should be addition of two forces along x and y. That means x and y के along जो forces है उनका parallelogram अगर मैंने complete किया तो diagonal should be this 50 Newton. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So there is no other way. I have to have x component this way and y component this way. Then only they will add up to 50 Newton. If I complete the parallelogram. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, this component, x component, has to be towards left. I hope you have understood now. Have
Yes,
you?
sir.
And this
Got
y
it.
component is down. So both x and y component of this 50 Newton force are going to be negative.
Negative.
Yes. And
Thank you, sir.
yes. So this is 100. This is for 100. This is for 50. So I have given negative sign minus 50. Why it is cos? Because जिसके बीच में theta वो component cos theta. Happy? Are you with me, Devan?
Sir.
Devan?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So let us go ahead now. We are now going to talk about the third force, and that is 40 Newton. For 40 Newton force, the angle is given in another way. कैसे लिखा है देखो. This 40 Newton force is along the vector I cap minus 2j cap. Happy?
Yes, sir.
This is another way of giving the angle. So how do I calculate this angle now? Tell me.
Resultant of the both.
Pardon?
X plus y square. Under root of x square plus y square.
Under root of
X square plus y square.
that is magnitude. No, I am asking you, how do I calculate angle made by this 40 Newton either with horizontal or with vertical? तो देखो इसको कैसे दिया है? It is along I cap minus 2j cap. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So what I will do is I will plot this vector here plus I cap plus 1 I cap. So if it is 1 unit, this is 1 unit. Are you with me? Along positive x direction. Happy?
Yes.
And I have to go minus 2 units along. That means 2 units in downward y direction. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
This is 2 units. And if this is the origin, if this is x, happy, and if this is y, Are you with me?
Yes.
Then this is the vector I cap minus 2j cap. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So I have shown vector I cap minus 2j cap first. 40 Newton force is along this vector. Happy?
Yes.
So now tell me, what is this angle? I am going to call this angle same as this angle because 40 Newton force is along this. So I am going to call this as phi. Happy?
Yes.
Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this angle phi, how much it is? Phi is, tell me.
Tan inverse of 1 by 2.
Correct. Tan inverse of 2 by 1. अरे ऐसे कैसे कर रहे हैं?
Yes.
So tan phi is equal to 2 by 1. So phi is equal to tan inverse of 2 by 1. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Tan inverse of 2 by 1. So can you tell me now, how much is that?
63.43.
Yes. So this turns out to be 63.43 degrees. What I am trying to do in this problem is various ways in which the orientation of line of action of force is given can be practiced by solving this single problem. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is 63.43 degree. चलो अब आगे चलते हैं. So I have found out now this angle. What is the x component of this 40 Newton force? So I am going to draw this 40 Newton force here for your, as this is the first problem, we are going to go systematically. This is 40 Newton force. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
This is how it looks. Now this is x and this is y. I have to find out two forces along x and y such that their addition is 40. So क्या करना पड़ेगा? 40 should be the diagonal of completed parallelogram. So this is the completed parallelogram and these are the two forces. Happy?
Yes.
This is x component of 40 Newton and this is y component of 40 Newton. So y component is going to be negative, x component is going to be positive. Agreed?
Yes.
So therefore, let us write down x component of this 40 Newton force. What is it? 40 cos या sin phi? बोलो.
Cos.
Cos. जिसके बीच में phi, वो component cos phi. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And as it is positive, therefore I am going to write it as plus 40 cos phi. And what is phi? Phi is 63.43 degree. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
ओके चलो अब आगे चलते हैं. द नेक्स्ट फोर्स इज 300 न्यूटन. उसका एंगल डायरेक्टली दिया है बट नाउ दैट एंगल इज मेड विथ रेफरेंस टू एक्स एक्सिस. सो व्हाट विल बी द एक्स कंपोनेंट? टेल मी. 300 का एक्स कंपोनेंट क्या होगा देवेन? हाँ बोलो.
300 cos 40 degrees.
300 cos 40 प्लस या माइनस?
Minus.
माइनस. व्हाई? बिकॉज फिर से लास्ट टाइम इन दिस कोर्स आई एम डूइंग दिस लास्ट टाइम, सो अंडरस्टैंड द लॉजिक. ये 300 न्यूटन का फोर्स मैंने यहाँ पे ड्रॉ किया. हैप्पी?
Yes.
Then this is x direction and this is y direction. If I want to have two forces along x and y such that their addition is this 300 Newton, तो ऐसे ही ये forces लगेंगे. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore its x component is going to be negative because it is towards left and y component is going to be negative because it is downwards. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So what sign should I give? There is a color code. जिस direction, जिस color से मैंने force दिखाया है उसी color से मैं component लिख रहा हूँ for understanding. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, this 300 Newton and 100 Newton have same color, but you understand that now. So minus 300, बोलो क्या लिखो?
Cos 40 degrees.
Cos 40. Now can you do this sum? Devin, you will do this and somebody else will also do this so that the answer is cross verified. So I will ask Siddharth to do this along with you. So Devin and Siddharth, do this calculation and tell me how much is Rx.
Okay, sir.
Others are of course advised to do the calculation for practice. So Rx turns out to be minus 203.52 Newton. So what do we understand by this negative sign? Negative sign indicates that it is towards left. Are you with me? Deven?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So negative sign indicates that it is in negative x direction and therefore it is towards x. Mind you, this therefore sign is very important because if I simply write minus 203.52 Newton towards left, it means negation of negation. So it will become, it is minus 203.52 in left direction. That means it is 203.52 in right towards right. Are you with me? Deven?
Yes, sir.
So therefore you have to be very careful in writing this therefore sign. Negative sign, therefore it is towards left. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Ab similar thing. This is we have added x component of all the forces, and therefore this addition, algebraic addition, is Rx. That is x component of resultant. So I have got now x component of resultant. Not only its magnitude, but I have also understood that it is towards left. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Now let us do the same thing for Ry. So how do I write now Ry? So I have to take y components of all the forces. So now instead of referring this diagram, I have drawn the senses of all the forces here. So let us refer this. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So y component of 100, how is it? Positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. And what is the angle?
30 degrees.
Angle is 30 degree with y. So what will be the component? 100 cos 30 or 100 sin 30?
Sin 30.
Array
So, oh, okay.
cos
Yes.
30, because जिसके बीच में थीटा वो कंपोनेंट cos थीटा. It's not like horizontal component is sin और horizontal component is cos. ऐसे कुछ नहीं है. जिसके बीच में थीटा वो कंपोनेंट cos थीटा. Are you with
Yes.
me?
Yes.
So therefore it is going to be minus 100 cos 30. So I will write that minus 100 cos 30. What is the next component? What is the next force? I'm sorry. Next force is 50 Newton.
15
What
Newton.
is theta? 33.69 degree. It is with horizontal. So what is its vertical component? Cos or sin?
Cos.
Array. Theta is the angle made by 50 Newton with reference to horizontal. So its horizontal component was cos. Now we are finding out its vertical or y directional component. तो क्या होना चाहिए?
Sin.
जिसके बीच में थीटा वो कंपोनेंट cos theta. Theta is between 50 Newton and x. So therefore x component is cos theta. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Y component is
Sin theta.
sin theta. And how much is that? 50 sin of 33.69 degree. What is its sign? तो देखो 50 Newton का vertical component is in downward y direction. So therefore it is in negative y direction. So we have to give negative sign. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
So minus 50 sin बोलो 33.69. हैप्पी?
Yes, sir.
ओके चलो अब तीसरा फोर्स देखते हैं. तीसरा फोर्स कौन सा है? ये फोर्स. What is the angle that it makes with horizontal or with x-axis? It is 63.43. So what will be its what will be its vertical component? Cos or sin?
Sin.
Yes. So it is 40 sin 5. That is 40 sin 63.43. And what is its sign?
Negative.
Negative. So minus बोलो कितना है?
40 sin 63.4.
40 sin 63.43. Happy?
Yes.
Yes. Now let us go to the next component now. This 300. What is its y component? Tell me. Deven.
300 sin 40 degrees.
But don't forget to mention the sign. Sign is negative. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So minus 3. Yes, go ahead. Yes, if anyone has doubt, please ask. So it is minus 300 sin 40. So now Devin, go ahead and do this summation. Tell me how much it is. I will do it with you. Once again. Okay. So RY turns out to be minus 342.95. So what does this negative sign indicate, Devin?
Its resultant is negative direction.
Yes. So it is in negative y direction. That means it is going to be like this, downwards. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Therefore downward. Now we don't have to find out x and y components of resultant. हमें क्या पूछा गया है? Find out the resultant itself. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So how do I find out the resultant now? So देखो, now I am going to draw Rx and Ry. By the way, tell me, from where do these Rx and Ry pass? If lines of actions of all the forces are going to pass through this point, it is but obvious that Rx and Ry are also going to pass through this. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So if you remember, somebody had asked me the question, if the lines of actions of all the forces, they pass through a single point, but if we resolve them right at their points of application, that won't form a concurrent force system. Do you remember that question, Devin?
Yes, sir.
That is correct, because to check whether the system is concurrent or not, first of all, okay, we will go back to that question little later. Okay, unnecessary, let us not confuse. So this is our Rx and Ry. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So let me plot this Rx and Ry. So this is the body, and Rx is towards left. Why? Because it is negative inside. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
The moment you show it towards left, now forget about the sign. So now I cannot write it as minus 203.52.
5-2.
I have to write it as 203.52, only magnitude. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Its direction I have already taken care of by showing it in the negative x direction. Similarly, Ry is how much? Tell me.
Minus 342.95.
342.95. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And I will not write it as negative now, because I have already shown its direction in the negative y direction. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
This is x and this is positive y. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So now, resultant is nothing but addition of these two components, Rx plus Ry. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So resultant of, first of all, we converted all the forces into only two forces, one along x direction and one along y direction. And now we are going to add those to get the resultant of all the force system. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So how do I add these two forces? So I have to complete the parallelogram. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So resultant is going to look something like this. Happy?
Yes, sir.
This is the resultant R bar. Now, the angle that this resultant makes with x-axis, I am going to call it as theta, let us say. Happy? Or
Yes,
let us call it as alpha. And the angle that it makes with y-axis, let me call it as beta. Happy? Are you with me, Devin?
Yes, sir.
Now, I want to characterize this resultant. इसका मतलब क्या है? तो I have to find out its magnitude and I have to also find out its direction. So I will have to find out the magnitude of this resultant R, and I will have to also find out either alpha or beta. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So how do I do that? So as these two forces are orthogonal to each other, we have already seen magnitude of R bar, that is R, is going to be equal to what? Square root of Rx square plus Ry square. Why? Because 2 PQ cos 90 will vanish. Do you agree
Yes.
with me?
Yes, sir.
So it is going to be square root of Rx square plus Ry square alone. 2 Rx Ry into cos of angle between Rx and Ry, that is 90 degree, is going to vanish. Cos 90 is 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So it is going to be square root of. Now, irrespective of whether you substitute negative or sign or not, it doesn't matter because there is square sitting here. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore 203.52 square plus 342.95 square. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Chal, tell me how much is that? Square root of 203.52. I will also do with you. $398.79 Newton. And now tell me what is alpha. So you can see in this right angle triangle, this is 342.95. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So it will be tan inverse of Ry upon Rx. Happy?
Yes.
So I can write it as tan inverse of Ry upon Rx. This is the angle made with reference to which axis?
X-axis.
So angle made with reference to x-axis is tan inverse of Ry by Rx. Angle made with reference to y-axis, that is beta, in this right angle triangle, it will be tan inverse of Rx by Ry. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So beta is the angle made with reference to y-axis. That turns out to be tan inverse of Rx by Ry. Happy?
Yes, sir.
You have to calculate any one of this. So let us calculate alpha. So how much is alpha? It is tan inverse of 342.95 by 203.52. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So do that.
59 degrees, 0.28.
59.2 degree, 59.28 degree. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
I hope you are not in degree and minutes. This
No,
thing.
sir. No.
It's 59.28 degree, right?
Yes, sir.
28 degree. Now the question is, how do we report this result? How should we write down the answer? So in answer, I have to mention the magnitude as well as direction of the result. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Mind you, while you find out this tan alpha and all, forget about the signs because we have already plotted it with the signs. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So resultant का quadrant कौन सा है? Whether it lies in first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant or fourth quadrant will be decided by the signs of Rx and Ry. Happy?
Yes.
So हमेशा बुक्स में बहुत कंफ्यूज करेंगे आपको. They will take sign of Rx and Ry, then do tan inverse, then they will interpret negative theta, positive alpha and whatnot. Forget all of that. We are not going to do that way. We are going to plot Rx with sign. We are going to plot Ry with sign. We then know the quadrant of the resultant. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And then we are going to find out alpha or beta. That's all what we are going to do. So what is the resultant? So how do I write the answer? So resultant of all these forces, that means the single force which will replace this force system without changing effect on the body is going to be 398.79 Newton. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now draw the resultant's quadrant. So I have drawn the quadrant and I have found out this angle. So write down this angle next to it. That is 59.28 degree. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So this is the complete description of the resultant. Happy?
Yes, sir.
This is the answer. So solution of this problem was one form. उसमें भी कुछ चीजें थी जिसके तरफ I want to bring your attention. The angle by the forces with reference to either x or y axis can be given in multiple ways. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
The angle can be given with y axis, with x axis. Don't get confused. Only rule is जिसके बीच में थीटा वो component cos theta. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Are you with me? That's what you have to use when you are talking about rectangular resolution or rectangular components of a force. Now, Rx is summation fx. X component of all the forces, if you sum up, it is summation fx, and that is nothing but rx. Ry is summation fy, summation of y components of the forces, and r is square root of rx square plus ry square. Alpha is the angle made by resultant with reference to x-axis. Then it is tan inverse of ry by rx. Happy?
Yes, sir.
These are the procedural details. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now I want to bring your attention to one important physical concept in the problem. Tell me, what kind of force system this body was subjected to? All the forces, did they lie in a single plane?
No, sir.
Pardon?
No, sir.
Why? Are all forces not lying? Are there lines of actions not lying in xy plane?
Yes.
So this was the body which is subjected to the forces such that their lines of actions did lie in a single plane, and that is xy plane. Happy?
Yes, sir.
None of the force had its line of action lying outside xy plane. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So I have said the same thing in two different ways. Such system where lines of actions of all the forces acting on the body do lie in a single plane, not necessarily xy, it can be any other inclined plane as well. But if lines of actions of all the forces, they do lie in a single plane, then we call such force system as coplanar force system. Kya bolenge?
Coplanar program. Yes,
So
sir.
is this a coplanar force system?
Yes, sir.
100%. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So what is coplanar force system? When lines of actions of all the forces do lie in a single plane. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Mind you, not necessarily xy plane. It can be yz plane. It can be xz plane. It can be any other inclined plane. But as long as lines of actions of all the forces do lie in that plane, we are going to call it as coplanar force system. Happy?
Yes, sir.
What is what is another characteristic of this force system? Can you tell me? Lines of actions of all the forces, they pass through a single point. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So it is not only coplanar, it is also a concurrent force system. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So it is coplanar and concurrent force system. I hope you have understood this. Happy?
Yes.
So coplanar and concurrent force system is is the categorization of this particular force system that I have shown on the body. Coplanar Q, because lines of actions of all the forces do lie in a single plane. Concurrent Q, because lines of actions of all the forces not only lie in single plane, they also pass through a single point. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And what is the observation? If a body is subjected to coplanar and concurrent force system, and if I were to replace all the forces by a single force or some by a single entity, what is that entity? That entity is obviously a force. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So resultant of a concurrent and coplanar force system is a force. First observation. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
From where does that resultant pass? That resultant needs to be applied at the point of intersection of line of actions of all the forces. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
चलो तो दो ऑब्जर्वेशन हमने इस प्रॉब्लम के ऊपर किए. कौन से? इफ यू हैव ए बॉडी सब्जेक्टेड टू कोप्लेनर एंड कंकरेंट फोर्स सिस्टम, उसका मतलब है that body is going to have only force resultant, and that force resultant must be applied at the point of intersection of lines of actions of all the forces. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now we are going to towards the next problem. And you are going to tell me what is the difference. This is a briefcase. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And it is subjected to the forces as shown. Newton force at 30 degree. Happy?
Yes, sir.
This dimension is 350 mm. This dimension is also 350 mm. Happy?
Yes, sir.
All dimensions are in mm. Once I have given one length dimension in mm, unless or otherwise specified, all the other dimensions are also going to be in mm. And it is subjected to this kind of force system. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And where are these forces applied? Let us say this distance is 200 mm. Happy? And this distance is also 200 mm. Or let us make it 100 mm. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And one force additionally is applied here. Let us say that is 100 Newton. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the difference between the earlier problem and this problem?
The point of intersection is not common.
Yes. So it is likely that in this force system, lines of actions of all the forces are not going to pass through a single point. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
But are all the forces lying in the same plane?
Yes, sir.
Their lines of actions, as shown, they lie in a single plane. So it is coplanar. Happy?
Yes.
This force system is coplanar, but non-concurrent. Agreed?
Yes. Yes.
Not concurrent. What is its effect? I cannot consider this body now as a particle. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Why? Because all the forces do not have their lines of action passing through a single point. So how can I consider this body as a point? I will have to consider the locations of these forces, and therefore I must be knowing the size of the body. Are you with me? And shape of the body.
Yes.
So this body cannot be considered as a particle. Now what is being asked? Now let us say this is point A. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And this is point B. Point B. You have to find out resultant of this force system. जो forces दिखाए हैं सिर्फ उतने ही forces का at A and B. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So find out resultant at A and B. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
This is the question that is asked. इसका मतलब है at a time you have to find out resultant at only single point. ऐसे नहीं कि A और B के ऊपर resultant एक साथ निकालो, ऐसे नहीं. First find out what is the resultant at A, then find out what is the resultant at B. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is this narrative different than the earlier problem? Definitely. In earlier problem, it was not specified where you have to find out the resultant. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And why was it not specified? Because you idealize the body as a particle. So question ही नहीं है. एक ही particle है body, तो resultant कहाँ find out करना है क्या? उसी particle पे find out करना है. Are you with me?
Yes.
Seven. But the moment it becomes coplanar but not non-concurrent force system, The narrative has changed. You need to find out now resultant at A and B. Are you with me? तो point specify किया है. Happy?
Yes.
Okay. So now let us try to find out the resultant at A and B. We have another 5 minutes. So what we are going to do is we are going to start this problem. We will going to complete the solution in the next class. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us start the solution. So first of all, what I am going to do is I am going to show this point A here. I have shown point A here. Are you with me? Now I am going to ask you few questions. What is the effect of this 100 Newton force at A? Tell me. Viven?
Yeah, yes, sir. Telling.
So we have already discussed this point. What I need to do is I need to put this 100 Newton force as it is at A, plus I will have to add a moment. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Are you with me? And how do I find out moment by 100 Newton force at A? So I will have to extend this line of action of 100 Newton. From A, I will have to drop the perpendicular, and then that distance D multiplied by 100 Newton is going to be its effect. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
लेकिन अब ऐसा करने के बजाय मैं क्या कर रहा हूं, बदले में क्या कर रहा हूं, देखो. सी, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल let me transfer this 100 Newton at A. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So how does it look like? It looks something like this, 100 Newton. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And its angle with vertical is 30 degrees. So I have shown that. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And moment corresponding to this 100 Newton, I am going to show it separately. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So let us say this is 100 Newton force at an angle 30 degree, and moment corresponding to 100 Newton, let me call it as M1. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
I don't know its sense right now, whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise. I will decide that later. I will simply mention at this point, due to this 100 Newton, not only 100 Newton prevails, there is also some moment M1. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, chalo. Now let us consider the next force. This is 20 Newton. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now, under the action of this 20 Newton, tell me, what should I do? So, I will transfer this 20 Newton as it is here. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And due to this 20 Newton, I am also going to experience some moment at A. And that moment, I am going to write it as M2. Happy?
Yes, sir.
चलो. Then तीसरा force कौन सा है? ये 100 Newton वाला. So I will transfer that 100 Newton force as it is at A. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And because of this 100 Newton force, I am going to experience some movement at A. I am going to call that as M3. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now this 40 Newton force. Now let me mark it with different color. This 40 Newton force that I am going to show as it is here. Its effect at A will be this 40 Newton force as it is plus some moment. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And the slope of this line is given as 0.3. If the slope of line is given as 0.3, what will be this angle theta? Tan theta is 0.3 given. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Tan theta is nothing but the slope of the line. So tan theta, by the way, if slope is given, it is minus because it is the, no, sorry, 0.3. So can you tell me what is theta?
16.69.
Theta is equal to 16.69
Six.
degree. So I have got this angle theta as 16.69. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So this theta is obtained as 16.69 degree. And what is the magnitude of this force?
Negative.
No. Kitna hai? 40 Newton, right? So I will show that 40 Newton as it is here. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And because of this 40 Newton, I am going to have the moment, and that I am going to call it as M2. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So at this point, it is likely that I will have two kinds of resultant. One is force resultant due to 100, 20, 100 and 40. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And summation of this M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus M4 is going to give me moment as well. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now, how do we find out the force resultant? Similar to the process that we followed earlier. Are you with me? So we take summation fx, summation fy as rx and ry, and we get the r. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
How do we get M1, M2, M3, M4? That we will discuss in the next class. But my understanding, if it is a concurrent and coplanar force system, I have only force resultant. But if it is coplanar but not non-concurrent force system, I am likely to have two resultants. One is force resultant and another is moment resultant. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
I hope I have made this point clear. We will solve this problem in tomorrow's class afresh. But this is our understanding about two different types of force systems. Let us now stop here. If anyone has any doubt, you can ask me right now. Yes, go ahead.
Yesterday's lecture at resolution of forces
Hmm.
specified tan phi, it should be alpha, right?
Pardon?
Sir, at resolution of forces we
Ah.
specified f bar is equals to under root p square plus q square plus 2pq cos phi,
Yes.
but it should be cos alpha na, because we take the angle between p and q and it is alpha.
No, no. What exactly is your question? I did not understand.
Sir, can you please take it to resolution of forces?
This one?
No, the previous.
This
Where
one?
we defined it.
Okay, just give me a minute. I will have to open the yesterday's file. I will open it. 1 minute. Yes. Are you talking about this? Just give me a minute. हाँ बोलो कहाँ पे यहाँ पे
Resolution definition.
here it was in lecture 4 I guess. Here 1 minute. हाँ बोलो कहाँ पे am I audible
Yes, sir. Before rectangular resolution.
before this
Sir,
is
just
rectangle this one
just update. Yes, sir. You have written here, say, phi na, p square plus q square plus 2pq phi, but it should be alpha, right?
gamma you are right
Gamma, sorry, gamma.
yes you are right absolutely yes please make that correction in your notes it should be gamma you are perfectly right okay is doubt clear
Sir.
is it clear hello
Yes, sir. Sir, downward also, cos gamma.
yes you are right Yes, now it should be fine. It should be the angle between two forces. You are right. So with this, we will stop here today.